Hello, welcome back to my channel. So we finally got to catch up with Tayler and Chance in the season premiere of Life After Lockup. And I also have some tea I want to talk about towards the end of this video. But first I want to talk about them in this last episode. So Tayler and Chance, they were shopping at this hardware store because they're opening up this epoxy business where they plan on selling epoxy tables. So apparently Tayler got bored and she started watching a whole bunch of videos about how to do epoxy tables, and now she wants to start a business, and so they're looking for all these materials. And Tayler was sitting there laughing, saying, oh yeah, opposites really do attract, you know, he brings things I don't bring, like bluntness and craziness, and she brings things he doesn't bring, like good credit and a clean criminal history. So they decide to pull up on this lady's house who wanted to buy an epoxy table, and they did not come prepared at all. They go in this lady's house, and since when are we doing home visits to do a epoxy table? I thought that was something like people do over the phone or online. I'm not sure how much I'm buying the whole epoxy business storyline, because I've never even seen Tayler promote this business. I've seen her promote her OF and her sister's tumblers, but I've never seen her promote this at all. And I'm not trying to knock her side hustle, but I just don't get why do like an in-home consultation with no measuring tape, no rulers, nothing. Like Chance was literally like, okay, so you want a table like, yeah, this big? He didn't get no height, width, length, nothing for that table. They're literally just measuring by hand. Either this scene was staged or they were unprofessional and unprepared. So Chance was like, you know what, do you mind if I walk around the place? And it kind of looked like he was casing her house for a minute. He's looking down her backyard and what's behind the house, and he was looking all in her kitchen. And then he starts pointing out in front of the cameraman, oh yeah, so whoever did this work right here, yeah, it doesn't look too good. Who did that? Like straight calling her out and putting her out on Front Street. And she's like, well, you know, somebody fixed it. And he's like, you know, I can fix it. I can do this. I can get you new cabinets. Even though her cabinets in her kitchen looked new, it didn't look like she would be needing new cabinets anytime soon. And she's like, look, I thought I was just getting a table. And a lot of people are giving Chance a hard time about this. I don't think this was as big of a deal. I think he's like a hustler, so he's trying to look for any way he can squeeze a dollar. Like he said, he'll figure out how to make money even if he's got to go print it from Walmart. But even though he said that's a joke, I don't really think it was. But he was just trying to figure out how he can make the most out of this business. But I felt like he went overboard. He should have just told the lady, hey, FYI, and handed her his business card and been like, hey, if you ever need any cabinets, construction, concrete, I know how to do all those things, so make sure you give me a call if you're interested, instead of being so pushy about it and putting her out on Front Street in front of the cameras. And so Tayler was like, you know what, you're doing a little too much, so I think we're good. Let me just talk to her and we can get the rest figured out. So Chance was like, okay, let me go outside. And as soon as he walks outside, he gets a phone call from this dude. I can't remember. I think his name was like Bobo or something like that. And this dude is cussing Chance out, saying, mother effer, you think you're just going to get away with this money you owe me? So Chance said that this dude is one of his buddies from prison, and they were in business together, which I'm assuming they're probably selling things they shouldn't have been selling in prison. And he said, yeah, we were in business, and over the time I, you know, accumulated a little debt here and there, and it added up over time, and now this dude's out of prison and he wants his bread. And another thing is, I'm like, okay, I don't know how much I'm believing this scene. It just kind of sounded like, I don't know. It just didn't sound like somebody. It sounded like somebody who's trying way too hard to try to sound like they were tough. And the guy wasn't even letting Chance talk. If I wanted my money, I'm going to listen for at least a second so we can figure out how to get the money. But every time Chance was trying to talk, the dude was talking over him and wouldn't even let him figure anything out. But Chance was like, okay, I just started this business, but I'm going to get stuff figured out. and this dude said Chance doesn't come up with his money, he's going to pull up on Chance, or he's going to send somebody after Chance. And Chance said that him and Tayler were just starting to get in a good place, and he was being honest with her about everything. But now he's going to keep this from Tayler because he doesn't want Tayler to be stressed out. And here he is putting Tayler and her family in danger for some BS he did in prison. And now I want to talk about some tea. So some of this we already know from Tayler and Chance's drama they had on Mason's birthday. But I actually had a source who actually revealed more about the relationship to me and what happened before they broke up. So first, let's talk about Chance's new girlfriend that he started dating after him and Tayler broke up. So we now have more pictures of him and his girl. And this girl is young. And these are some pictures that you can tell have filters on them. But we finally got to see what she looks like without filters thanks to one Reddit user by the name of Alley Cat. And she shared these pictures. And this girl, she's literally got a baby face. She looks so young. I heard she was 22. Some people are saying she's 24. Either way, she's like half of Chance's age, and she's been going back and forth with Tayler on Facebook. She called out Tayler for misspelling something. Then Tayler responded, "Okay, I guess you're not the type to help proofread for him, are you? I'm not going to argue with the little girl that was sorry." And then Chance's girlfriend ended up deleting her comment. And then Tayler posted on her Facebook, "I'm so sick and tired of seeing comments and people talking about they should have never had a baby together. Don't you see you're literally saying he shouldn't exist? Quit talking negatively about my son, just stop, and just watch the damn show, Ishman." I don't think it's so much people are trying to say that Mason is a mistake. I think people are just expressing that she should have not rushed into having a baby because now here she is, a single mom to 4 children, when she found out that the relationship wasn't going to work out. You know, I don't think it's so much people are dragging Mason, it's just people are dragging the decision to rush things before really figuring out what type of person Chance was. And then I had a source actually speak to me talking about Tayler and Chance, who knows about the situation, and they said a lot of the same things that Chance was saying in his comments when Tayler and him were going back and forth, when he was bringing up the fact that Tayler was talking to her ex allegedly. And I guess the show filmed that last season, but according to Chance, he said on Facebook the show did not air that part. But according to this source, they said that Tayler started reaching out to her ex-boyfriend. So we remember that Tayler actually met Chance because she had this ex-boyfriend who was in prison. This is what he looks like here. And he ended up getting out. Him and Tayler broke up. And Chance was trying to get a hold of her ex-boyfriend. And when he called up her phone, Tayler was like, "No, we broke up." And then next thing you know, she started talking to Chance. And apparently, she had dated this dude like over 3 times while he was in prison. And according to my source, they claim that he was just using Tayler while he was in prison to have bread put on his books. But every time, as soon as he got out of prison, he'd only be with her for like a week, and then he'd end up leaving her. So Tayler allegedly started reaching out to this dude about 1.5 years ago. On his Facebook just 3 weeks ago, Tayler was commenting, "Sup, hey," on one of his pictures. But apparently, Tayler decided to allegedly set up a fake email account. And she started to make a fake Facebook account, started reaching out to him through that. And Chance actually found out about it. And when he accused Tayler of it, she said that it was her sister Bobby. And she claimed Bobby made this Facebook account so she could talk to Tayler's ex. It didn't really make any much sense. And so then later on, Chance actually asked Bobby about it. And he was like, "What's going on with this Facebook account you made so you could talk to Tayler's ex?" And she had no idea what he was talking about. She was just looking at him like he was stupid. And then he was like, "Okay, now I realize that Tayler was actually the one messaging him." So after Chance found out Tayler was talking to her ex again, he was like, "You know what? Screw it. I'm going to open up the floodgates." And he started talking to other people. And next thing you know, he met this girl that he's with now. And literally days after Chance allegedly left Tayler, she was sending pictures to Chance of her on her ex's lap hanging out with him. So it sounds like she kind of was starting to have issues with Chance. I'm sure like after last season when he was having all these gambling issues and financial issues and he lost his job. I'm sure she was like, you know what, I don't know if this is something that's going to last for me long term. So she got hurt, and she probably felt like she wasn't being heard from Chance, because you can tell they have terrible communication skills. So that probably pushed her to find comfort in another man, and that pushed Chance to find comfort in another woman, and now they're where they are now today because of those actions. So it sounds like they both did things to contribute to the relationship finally ending. Neither one of them should have been reaching out to other people while they're in an active engagement. It seems like, Chance hurt Tayler, so she wanted to get some get back, and she went and started talking to her ex and hurt Chance, so he had to go get some get back to Tayler, and it's just a never-ending cycle, and now there's so much resentment that it's hard for them to go back to how it was. And I kind of feel like that wasn't Chance's first time cheating, because we saw the signs last season that he was talking and hanging with other women, but Tayler never had like the actual proof that he was with another girl. I heard Chance and his girl met on Reddit. I tried to ask my source. They didn't answer that question though. Maybe they will later on. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But apparently she's a big fan of the show, and Stark hasn't found her Instagram account, where she's only following like 12 different accounts, and she's not following Tayler or Chance, but 8 of the 12 people she's following are all Love After Lockup cast members. So I'm sure Chance isn't the only cast member she's reached out to. And Tayler announced 4 hours ago that she starts a really good paying job on the 23rd. She's nervous, but so excited for things to start looking up, making ish happen. Nothing's going to hold me back from the life I want. So congrats to her for her new job. And that sounds very exciting. I'm curious if she's still going to do OF now that she has this new job and the money coming in from the show. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.